Hello everybody. So today we are going to talk about sonnet, and in this session we'll look about the origin of sonnet, what are the types of sonnet, the Petrarchian sonnet, English sonnet, irregular sonnet, and the important sonnet that came up over the years. So let's begin with the origin of sonnet. So sonnet is being derived from the Greek word sonato, meaning a sound. Now, this is a very short poem of only 14 lines, and the purpose of writing this poem is to describe the beauty of beloved or the lady love as we find it in Shakespeare's sonnets, where we find that he seems to have glorified the black lady, and also to analyze the nature of poet's love. So there are two major purposes of writing a sonnet. It is used to glorify the beauty of the lady love or the beloved, and also to analyze the nature of poet's love towards the lady. So this was first used by the Italian poet Petrarch, who wrote to express his love for his beloved Laura. So the origin of a sonnet we can trace back to the Italian sonnet written by the Petrarch. Moving on, we'll look at the types of sonnet. So what are the major types of sonnet? The Petrarchian sonnet, the English sonnet, and the irregular sonnet. The Petrarchian sonnet is nothing but the form that was written and popularized by Petrarch. Now, this was the major source from which uh, two young poets like Wirt and Surrey brought this form to England. Now, the English sonnet is the English version of sonnet. Even though only the Petrarchian version was brought to England, they started making it customized by changing the rhyme scheme and the pattern of writing. So that came to be called as the English sonnet. While in later period of time, that is towards 18th century, we find that there is a change in the format of writing sonnet, and it was called irregular sonnet. Why was it called irregular sonnet? That's simply because it was a combination of the Petrarchian sonnet and the English sonnet. And we'll find that the irregular sonnet was mostly popularized by William Wordsworth. So let's look at what is Petrarchian sonnet. Petrarchian sonnet is nothing but it is the Italian sonnet that was written by Petrarch. Now this sonnet is divided into two parts as octave and sestet. Now the octave contains 8 lines while sestet contains 6 lines. The first part of the poem is called octave, the 8-line para, and the remaining half of the poem is called sestet or 6-line para. Now, in between, there is a pause which is called caesura. So, between octave and sestet, there comes a pause which is called caesura. Now, the importance of caesura is that with caesura, there is a change in the thought. So, this is marking up the change in the thought. Caesura is marking up the change in the thought. So, there is a thought deviation in octave, that is the first 8 lines, and sestet, that is the remaining 6 lines. Now, if you look at the rhyming scheme of this poem, it's AB, BA, AB, BA, CDE, CDE. So, the remaining 6 lines come up like CDE, CDE, while the original of the former 8 lines come up like ABBA, ABBA. So this is the rhyme scheme of Petrarchian sonnet. And the meter used in this poem is pentameter. So this is the original form that existed, and it is from this original form that when two English diplomats, that is Wiat and Surrey, when they go on a diplomatic mission to Italy, they find this form of poem and they started using it to glorify their lady love or to express their love. So that is how it is being introduced into English, and later on it was mostly popularized by Shakespeare in the name of Shakespearean sonnet, and it is that particular sonnet that came to be known as the English sonnet or the English version of the sonnet. Now let's look at the English sonnet. So this sonnet is also called Shakespearean sonnet because it was popularized by Shakespeare. Now this has a a structural variation. If you look at the earlier sonnet, that is the Petrarchian sonnet, we find that there are two main uh, stanzas coming up. The first one is called octave and the later one is called sesed. While in case of Shakespearean sonnet or the English sonnet, we find that it has three quatrains of 4 lines each and a couplet of 2 lines. So it has three quatrains of 4 lines each. So quatrain is nothing but a 4 line stanza. Now the rhyming scheme of this particular format or this particular sonnet, English sonnet, is AB AB CD CD EF EF GG. Since it contains 4 quatrains, we find that the first quatrain will be having AB AB, the second will be CD CD, and the third will be EF EF, while the couplet will be like GG. Now, in Shakespearean sonnets, we find that he has shown his love for the dark lady and he has made her beauty into immortalizing it. He has immortalized the beauty of the dark lady. While the speculation of who this dark lady really is still going on, nobody has yet found it out. While in his sonnet, we find that he has glorified the beauty of dark lady and immortalized it for time. So this format or this form of sonnet, that is English sonnet, was first written by Sir Thomas Wyatt in England. So even though he brought up, he was the one to find out the sonnet from Italy and bring it up, he customized in his own version, which later came up to be called as English sonnet. Since it was popularized by Shakespeare, it was also called the Shakespearean sonnet. So next one is the irregular sonnet. So what is an irregular sonnet? It is just a combination of both. Combination of the Petrarchian sonnet and the English sonnet or the Shakespearean sonnet. So since it's a combination of both the sonnet, it is called the irregular sonnet. Now the chief writer of irregular sonnet was William Wordsworth, and he wrote irregular sonnet by the combination of both the beauties, while taking the beauty of both the sonnets, that is the English and the Italian one. Now looking at some of the important sonnets. So some of the important sonnets are Astrophil and Stella, written by Philip Sidney. So this is a collection of 108 sonnets and 11 songs. So this combination or this collection is called Astrophil and Stella. While Astrophil, the meaning of the word Astrophil is star lover, and Stella means star. So it simply means the star lover looking at the star and glorifying. So this is what happens in the sonnet. Philip Sidney trying to glorify the beauty of the lady love. Now in Amority, written by Spenser, he brings up the beauty of his beloved wife Elizabeth Boyle. While in the Holy Sonnets, written by John Donne, it is also called Divine Meditation, and it is a collection of 19 poems. So these are some of the important sonnets that are found in English literature. And while if you look at the modern period or the contemporary period, we find that no more sonnets are being written. While even though it is one of the best known poems are in sonnets, modern writers seems to be have deviated from sonnet. So that's it all about sonnet. Thank you.